everybody. This is episode 7. That doesn't even sound real. Episode 7 of the fAnaticZPodcast. We are back. We are live in action, and we are better than ever. I am Damien.
I am Frankie.
Yes, sir. That's Dylan.
That Cards win.
Oh, yeah. So hyped. We're going to start with the Cardinals, guys. We're going to just dip right into the boy, the man, the myth, the legend,
K1.
And Maserati Marv just scorching out the gates, man. What a game.
It was quite the birthday present for you, Dean.
Right. It was my birthday that day, and I had the pleasure of going to see the game in person. And let me tell you guys, I have never heard the Cardinals Stadium louder. And I want to give a quick shout out to everybody who went to that game because there was about, I would say, a 7-3 ratio of Cardinals to Rams fans. We flushed them out. Red Sea was in full effect.
Hey, we just need to do that again when Detroit comes into town this next weekend.
Oh, I think it'll be even worse because Detroit, even though they have a loyal fan base, the Rams, there was St. Louis Rams jerseys. You know what I mean? I don't think Detroit has it like that. But I might go. I might go again.
But the Detroit people are definitely amped up for this. They had a disappointing loss this last week, so it's going to be a really good game to see. You know, we're really going to wage how good we actually are in this game, I believe.
I mean, I know the way Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison played. It's going to be quite a test for Detroit, though.
Yeah, I don't even want to skip ahead. I want to talk about the game that we had just on Sunday.
Yeah,
there was so much to unpack in that game. Drew Petzing redeemed himself and called an absolute gem from quarter 1 to quarter 4. I mean, whoa, the players executed every facet of the game. Like I said on my short, to all you haters, the defense is going to be top 10, top 15 by the end of the year. And my God, Dennis Gardeck, holy cow.
Dude, he had the Gardeck inspiration because our boy Marcus Golden was an honorary captain.
Nice. That's what's up. I was actually watching an interview with him post-game, and I love what he said. I think it sums up this Cardinals team so well. They're like, how does it feel to have a game like you have? When is the last time you had 3 sacks? He said he named his high school game, like back in high school, and he said that he doesn't really care about all that. He's just happy that he can contribute, and he's happy that he can play football with his friends.
Now that's a big one.
That's huge. That's everything. That just summed up everything.
Oh yeah, and it's like, when was the last time that you could say that about the Arizona Cardinals, that the entire locker room was like family cultured? It's been a while, if ever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's ever been like that. I think we had some stretches of organizations, like maybe when Larry and Kurt Warner, they had that like maybe year or two. I mean,
right.
And then maybe once again when we had Carson Palmer and BA, that was a really fun group. But I also was watching J.J. Watt. I mean, not J.J. Watt. I was watching Matt Ryan, and he said that J.J. Watt was talking to him in the offseason, and he said that he went to OTAs, and he said he could sense that the team was going to be on another level this year because they just felt so together, and the culture felt like they were doing a really good job. And that's kudos to Jonathan Gannon, man. I literally didn't expect too much from him just because I thought he was like we didn't get our guy, so we're going to hire Jonathan Gannon. I thought that's what it was, you know, because we were firmly trying to hire someone else, and then it kind of just came out of nowhere after the Super Bowl, and he's doing a wonderful job.
Not only that, but it's just like everybody thought that, you know, from the Eagles Super Bowl squad, that Gannon was the scapegoat, but now we're starting to really see that Gannon actually knows what he's doing. And Sirianni is kind of having some struggles in Philadelphia right now, holding things together since Gannon's been gone.
Yep, and Shane Steichen. They lost their coordinators on both ends of the ball, and they realized that was the secret formula to their Krabby Patty over there, and now they're suffering.
Yeah, Sirianni has struggled adjusting. Remember how last week on the podcast I talked about how the Cardinals struggled adjusting against the Bills? We played a fantastic 4 quarters of ball.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and Nick Sirianni, to your point, they haven't been able to do that. I was watching Nick Wright today, and he said a staggering stat. He said every other team league average in the fourth quarter, if you're winning with 2 minutes to go or less, it's a 90% win. But for the for the Philadelphia Eagles, it's 40% that they win in that situation.
That's no.
With 2 minutes or less to go in the fourth quarter, they lose 60% of the time. That's insane.
That's like you're running prevent defense the entire 2-minute drill.
Yeah, that's what we had to deal with Cliff Kingsbury. We'd be winning, or coming back, and then those last 2 minutes of the game, we just call some stupid screen pass and on third down and a million. But hey, I'm happy to see the Cardinals are getting out of those ways. James Conner absolutely went berserk, 122 yards and a tutty on the ground. I'm like, 122 yards on the ground, and Trey Benson got some yards in there as well. James Conner looked amazing. How do you guys feel about that?
We were staying very consistent on that running game with James Conner. That's for sure. So
I was gonna say the only thing that does ruffle some fantasy owners' feathers is that he could have had a second touchdown, but thankfully Trey McBride was there for that scoop.
I'm almost kind of happy that he fumbled the ball right there, because Trey McBride was just getting like 2-3 passes, and Marv was dominating the game. So it was good to keep Trey McBride involved, even if it is in a weird scenario where he's just recovering a fumble, because literally he's got hands, and you can, even if the ball is on the ground, no matter where the ball is, that guy's got magnet hands, and he's gonna find the ball. So I love it.
The nice thing is as you mentioned, like, guys aren't out for their stats. Guys are just playing their roles, making blocks, making cuts, just doing whatever they need to do to make the offense successful. So, like, say you're not your game, you're not getting your catches, you can still, put in work and be ready, just like Trey was in that situation.
Yep. It's not Kyler's job to get them the ball. Remember that.
But who got put in their place after his comments from week 1? Mr. Burner Phone, Steve Keim.
That's so funny. Good old Steve Keim. So that he wasn't drinking when he made those comments.
That's crazy, bro. The fact that he's talking like crap about Marvin's week 1 performance when he's the one to talk.
Yeah.
But you know what? I respect Steve Keim very little. But there is some respect there. But
dude brought in very few good draft picks. I can only name like a few handful, like David Johnson, Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu. Other than that, like a lot of bust. I mean, DJ Humphries arguable, but I don't know.
He's all right.
He's all right, but other than that, like the free agency brought in though, suspension problems or injury problems, bro. Like he didn't bring in good free agents.
He loved those fly-by-night deals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he liked injured people, that's for sure. He loved them injured players.
Frustrated the hell out of me, bro. Like couldn't
He's
even
like
make it by
flea
week
market
4.
shopper.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, man. But I mean, you can't do that like 90% of the time. You gotta do that like 20-30% when you're really sure, or when the risk is equal to the reward or higher. Or you know what I mean. Yeah, man, but dude, outside of Marvin Harrison Jr., I think that we got a solid group of receivers. Michael Wilson is not disappearing in the offense. He's getting his possession catches, third downs, and in end zone shots and stuff like that. So he's still being utilized as that big body out there. And then we got Marvin Harrison, who can be the downfield threat. He's not slow like everybody was saying. Maybe he was playing slow the first week because he's a rookie, and rookies have to adjust to the NFL. But obviously, we got Greg Dortch, who's that like slot receiver. He's a great slot receiver. I think that we got more people that haven't even settled into the offense along with Trey. This offense, man, I don't see a scenario where we regress. And I think if we really focus on tightening up that offensive line, dude, this could be like a top 5 offense in the league.
Right. But yeah, no, and like you mentioned, we don't even have, Xavier Weaver, hasn't even played yet.
I was gonna say we don't have Xavier Weaver. Well, Weaver though would be, but yeah, you're right, man. I wonder if he's any good.
He put up numbers at UCF and Colorado.
Well, hopefully he can do it for the Cardinals, man, because they're fired up. That Drew Petzing is drawing it up, and you got to give some kudos to Nick Rallis as well, man. That defense, the first half of the Buffalo Bills game, in the entire Rams game. This defense has looked like a real defense. We got the pass rush going crazy. I remember last week, I think I made a comment in the Arizona Sports Fanatics group that you guys should join, that we were facing Josh Allen, and I can't wait to see our pass rush against lesser O-line and lesser quarterbacks. They got to the quarterback so many times. They were making that tough.
You had guys like Ray Lopez that were just brought up from the practice squad, and as you mentioned, like first quarter, he hits Josh Allen and makes a game-breaking play. And these are guys that you just plug in, but they put in work, and Wallace is getting the best out of anybody that he's been able to play.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to discredit what the defensive line did, but the offensive line also had problems. They've been shifting their guys around as well. So I don't want to discredit that from the D-line. So
I mean, at the end of the day, who cares?
Yeah, they got the job done. So
they're professional football players, People are going to get hurt in football games, and we got to be able to still beat them. Like the old Cardinals probably would have still gotten mauled, And where the Bills offensive line wasn't hurt, right?
Yeah, back-to-back weeks turnovers. That's right.
Yeah, they look good, man. They look scary. They're flying around out there. Buda Baker's is actually worth the money. Like I love the way Buda's been playing. He's been like that old school Buda.
See, and after what people see is after their first game, maybe they were thinking, okay, Cardinals caught the Bills on a rough day. Then you see how we roll through the Rams, and then you see how the Bills rolled through the Dolphins. Obviously, unfortunately, they did lose Tua. That does play a role in there. But also, like, Buffalo dominated the game even before Tua went out.
Yeah, Tua went out at the end of the game pretty much. But
that Tua situation is crazy.
It is, man. Not RIP because he's not dead, but prayers out to Tua and condolences too, because man, that's scary stuff, man. When you start offensive response, all you can do is just pray for the guy, and I just hope that he never scrambles again. I know he's gonna play football. He's already said he's gonna play again. The Dolphins
at least slide, bro, or slide sooner or something, man. Get out of bounds, throw the ball.
Listen, you got Achane, and you got Mostert, and you got Jeff Wilson Jr. There's no reason for you to run the ball ever.
I was gonna say, just stay in the pocket.
Yeah, throw the ball, be a quarterback, be traditional, get a fullback or something. If you're gonna, because they've already paid Tua all this money, they can't just get and not. They can't. They got to do something. But I'm just happy that our quarterback that we paid is he looks like MVP, offensive rookie of the year, Kyler Murray, that we were
100%.
Kyler really never get hit though. He's got that good. Kyler never really gets hit though when he runs. He's got really like great vision on the field.
Yeah,
he's been great about that his entire career, even in college.
Well, because
he's got great.
Like that ACL injury was just a freak injury.
It really was.
It was like I don't know how that ACL just popped or exploded, but he didn't even get touched.
He took the wrong turn and his body was too heavy or something. But he played baseball, man, so he understands how to slide and avoid other players.
Yeah,
and also
we got lucky with that.
He runs a 4.340, which is insane for a quarterback. I mean, which is insane for an NFL player. It's like the high end of like fast people,
I would love to line up Michael Vick in his prime and Kyler Murray, them do a race.
What's crazy? You know what's crazy though? Years 6 for Kyler, and it seems like he's gotten faster.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
He seems faster, bro. I was thinking that too. You know what's even crazier about his night? Kyler Murray had a legitimately perfect passer rating. I think it was 153.8, and he becomes the third player in NFL history to have a perfect passer rating and
run crazy, man.
Runs over 50 yards in a game together.
It's just like you said, Dave, like this is year 6, and he's hitting his stride, and he's getting better because he finally has a real coaching staff around him.
Dylan?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I wonder what his Madden rating is gonna boost up to, him and Marv's.
Madden rating?
Yeah, I was talking about Madden ratings.
Why are you talking about Madden ratings, bro?
Because I'm low-key on the download trying to get our 75 subs in, man, for our little competition.
So if you don't know what he's talking about, if you subscribe to the channel, we are giving away a video game of your choice, Madden 25 or College 25, EA
The only
Sports.
place they'll ever win a natty.
Yep. So we get to 75, then you unlock the giveaway that we do at 100. And we would love to have you guys comment, like, share with your friends and your family because we're only going to get better from what we're doing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, we just gotta slide that in because we got to get up there. If you all want that free Madden game,
I think their Madden ratings should go up, but let's be honest, guys, they got to do this more than just 1 week. We can't just go all crazy and be all high and high in the sky. We got to be realistic. Teams have good weeks and teams have bad weeks. I want to see what they look like day to day on an average, So, and hopefully they still look this good.
Well, like I said, Detroit's going to be a great test for that too, because I mean, you arguably saw one of Jared Goff's worst career games this last week, so you're going to see how he's going to respond to that, and you have to stop Gibbs, you have to stop Montgomery, and you have to contain Amon-Ra, and then Jameson Williams is coming out of his shell this year too.
Dan Campbell's a ballsy motherfucker too. Likes to go for on special teams and fourth. So they got to be ready on defense too.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a tough game for the Cardinals.
It is.
But at the end of the day, if we can establish our run against their defense, I think we can get them.
We have to be aware of where Aiden Hutchinson is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We just got to make them tired. If we can run the ball and James Conner can get like 4 to 6 yards of carry, and then Kyler can do the run pass option shit. And because when they roll Kyler out like they weren't doing before,
he's got to be doubled. He's got to be doubled, no question, man.
Yeah, exactly. You got to put a spy, and then you got to put another man there, and then that means that somebody's going to be open. That's what that means.
Is he going to make Kyler throw the ball quicker, though, is the question. Is he going to have to throw the ball quicker to Marv or Wilson?
Well, the thing about it is...
Trey, even Trey. Just a little 5-yard dunk to Trey. Like
Kyler Murray needs to I don't know if he's been in the league long enough to where he's probably is what he is. But I feel like he is a lot like Russell Wilson, and I feel like they do better when they're sped up or when they're pushed out of the pocket or when they have to run to the sideline and throw down the field. I feel like that's when he makes the best plays. So we'll see what happens because as long as his people execute, Kyler Murray's going to find you.
Oh yeah, like he can extend the play.
And some of those throws, man, were just so pinpoint. Like the one where Marvin Harrison made this crazy grab and he landed like sideways. And I was like, that's like a Larry. I looked to the guy that was sitting next to me. I'm like, that's a Larry Fitzgerald's catch.
Wasn't that Kool-Aid on him on that play?
I think so. It was sick.
That was interesting. That was interesting. That play.
Down conversion. I was like, yo, that reminds me of Larry. I can't even. Good.
And what's beautiful about that is, I don't know if you guys noticed, but NFL.com has Maserati as their cover photo.
Nice.
But not selling his jerseys, huh?
Well, that's him.
That's another story, bro.
That's on him.
I know. They'll allow
I don't blame him.
He'll allow the NFL to post his picture on there, but
yeah, get your money, Marv. Shoot, get your money, Marv.
Dude, I don't care what he does. Like, as long as he keeps playing like he did this last week, just does his business. I don't care if he's not in the video game or has a jersey.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say something before we pivot to anything else. I want to give credit to Max Melton, Sean Murphy Bunting, and the secondary, Buda Baker. They did a wonderful job, man. Like the Rams couldn't do anything, bro. They couldn't do anything, and the defense up front, the D line, they shut down the run. Kyron Williams was so ineffective in that game; it was crazy.
Yeah, I believe he only had like 25 yards on like 12 carries.
Ruined all my bets. Let me see.
But those are the bets you want to go wrong.
I don't want to talk about my bets.
That's so funny.
We get it, Dylan. You always pick against.
Bro, Ted Huntley screwed me. That was a pass interference on the Cardinals defense.
Yeah, for sure.
In case you guys were wondering, it was that last play before halftime. I mean, you guys make the call, but
Dude, the Rams only had 245 total yards with rushing and passing. That's crazy. Insane. They had 53 rushing yards and 192 passing yards, which is pretty damn good for this.
I was going to say, to keep a guy like Stafford contained, even when he does, even when he is out, without Cupper and Nakua, is pretty good because he can still spread the ball no matter who he's throwing to. But to get that much pressure on him and, make him ineffective.
Yeah, man. Good.
But it's just like a testament to Nick Rawls and how he gets the guys ready to go every single week.
Yeah, man. And they were 1 for 3 in the red zone as well. That's pretty amazing.
I mean, in my opinion, the Cardinals looked like the most impressive team in the NFC West last Sunday. So that's my conclusion to last Sunday. So
I've been trying to tell people that they were going to be better than Seattle record-wise, and San Francisco was going to take a step back, but nobody wanted to believe me. And look at the teams. I mean, it's too early to confirm any of that, but things are looking shaky for those other teams. C-Mac is out. They don't look the same on C-Mac, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and the Seahawks, they're good. They're decent, They're the Seahawks.
Right.
But the Cardinals.
But yeah, no, the 49ers are prime for the picking.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, they struggle without Christian McCaffrey, in my opinion.
Yeah,
especially in the red zone. Like Brock didn't know what to do.
Well, not only that, but it's like they're without Debo now too.
Yeah, they're not looking good. It's starting to fall apart for them, and the Rams season look like it's already over.
Yeah, that's what them pickings though.
They lost. Yeah, they lost Cooper Nakua. They lost Cooper Kupp now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. They're going to key in on Kyron Williams, and he's going to throw the ball to Demarcus Robinson.
I was going to say, you're going to have to rely on him and guys like Tutu Atwell.
Which is, I mean, him and Tutu Atwell have good chemistry, but, like, can you beat defenses with just those two guys?
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, that, Atwell and Robinson aren't, the same focal points that Kupp or Nakua are.
No. Well, I mean, that's good for us, if anything, honestly.
We just got to be ready for Detroit.
I really feel like I should have put a lot of money on the over 8 or over 7.5. I didn't have it wasn't juicy enough. Vegas knew better. Vegas knew better to put it at like plus 500 or something down. Someone put like so much money on it. Like they made it cheap. So I'm like, I ain't gonna do it because I don't have thousands of dollars just to put on it. But believe me, I put thousands of dollars on it in spirit, and I think they're gonna crush that line. Now we should go back. We should go back mid-season, guys, and we should redo our schedule pick. Redo like the Cardinals schedule now that we see them. After we see them a couple more games, like for the remaining games of the season, we should pick which games they win and lose.
Okay.
Because the teams all look so different now,
Oh, yeah, the landscape has completely changed. I mean, you got teams like Cincinnati who are AFC, favorites with Joe Burrow coming back to like, oh, they're 0-2 going into their next game.
Yeah. And the Saints are 2-0. We're Minnesota.
Eric Carr's looking like a comeback player of the year right now.
Yeah. So the teams all look so much different than what we were anticipating. It would be fun to redo some of those games and see,
For sure. Speaking of, you guys want to pick the week 3 slate?
Oh, is that where we're going?
We want to save that toward the end.
Dylan looks so surprised.
Is that I just thought. I didn't think we were doing that next. And Frankie left the call.
Yo, no, he didn't. He didn't.
Yeah.
But
it's all good.
So is that what you want to do, Dylan, or should we do something else?
I don't care, man. I don't care. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah. I guess since we've already gone down that path, we might as well charge full steam ahead, right?
Sorry, I didn't mean to open a can of worms.
No, you're fine, bro. I mean, shit, why not? I mean, we were gonna talk about it regardless of anything, right? So
yeah.
Let's.
I just originally thought it was like I just thought we were doing that like very last, but I don't care, bro. I'm just rolling with it.
I was gonna say football's still fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Football is still fresh, baby. So NFL Week 3. Well, first off, we got to start off by recapping what we already got.
Yes.
That'd be a good idea. Dylan, why don't you do that for us, please?
No.
So let me find it real quick.
Last week was dog.
You're 20-11.
Yeah, so week 1, I went 12-3.
Yeah.
Shoot, where was it, bro?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, so there we go. So right now I'm in first place, 20-11, and Frankie and Damien are tied for second, third at 17-14. So I know week 1 I went 12-3, and week 2 I went 8-8. So
nice. I don't care when I win.
I don't know on your guys' behalf, but that's just the overall records for you guys.
I know. Care. It's about the ending, bro.
Week 2 was very weird for all of us, though. Week 2 was very weird for all of us. I'm surprised I went 500.
Week 2 was weird in the NFL for everybody in general.
Yeah, you couldn't pick anything because everything you picked for, it went against.
Yeah. So week 2, we're just gonna. I picked a lot of. I leaped out the window on certain picks. I'm gonna be more conservative this time around, and I'll start us off with Patriots and Jets. They play on Thursday night. I'm gonna go with the Jets, man. They showed me that they can win.
Jets and who? Sorry.
Jets and Patriots, and they're gonna be in New York.
Okay.
They're gonna be in New York. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with the Jets, son. And I'm gonna make sure that I do some ayahuasca with Aaron Rodgers before the game so he can have good luck. What about you, Dylan?
I mean, I feel like it's going to be a low-scoring game. Definitely. It's going to be a defensive game. Rodgers didn't really look that great last week against Tennessee. I mean, he got a couple tutties, but... And Patriots, I mean, they had some hard-fought losses. They've been hanging in there. They didn't finish it with Seattle. I wish they did. I don't know. I'll go with the Jets.
Oh, okay. I'll be that guy. So I'm going New England. I like what Gerard Mayo is doing down there. He's got the guys playing hard. You saw week 1 that they got a surprising win. Nobody saw that coming. They played Seattle really tough. I like the way this team plays. They just need, and I like the way that they're working with Stevenson and Gibson. They've complemented each other pretty nicely first 2 weeks. Give me the Patriots 24-17. I think Rodgers is still trying to find his legs.
All right. Okay. First Sunday game, we got the Chargers going into Pittsburgh to face the Steelers. The Steel Curtain at home in Pittsburgh. This is tough for me to pick against the Steelers at home. But I just feel like the Chargers been moving the ball way better than the Steelers been moving the ball. And so I'm going to go with the Chargers to beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh. What about you, Frankie?
I mean, I'm just going to, like you mentioned, I just think Harbaugh has this team playing a completely different brand of football. Gus Edwards looks like a completely rejuvenated running back. I see him running for at least 100 yards. I see Herbert spreading the ball around, and LA is going to win 24-10.
I say Chargers only because they're looking like the more complete team, and I'm just not there yet with Pittsburgh's offense. I'm just not confident in them.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That's the reason why I went with the Chargers as well. This next game is going to be really good. Houston Texans head to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. This is tough for me. You know what, Dylan? You want to start this one off? I'm gonna think.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Frankie, right, sorry, Frankie. I'm gonna pass it to you, bro. Dude. I don't know.
So we got Houston and who?
Vikings. They're going to.
That's a tough one, bro.
I look at it this way though. Like the Vikings look solid. Sam Darnold is competent. Like, he's going to go to Jeddas all day, and they're still not stopping him. But honestly, I like what Houston has done. I think they're the team to beat in the AFC this year. CJ Stroud is playing unbelievable football. And depending on what's going on with Joe Mixon, they still have guys behind him that can get the job done. You got freaking Diggs, you got Dell, you got Nico Collins. They're unbelievably stacked on offense. So give me Houston all day. 31-17.
Okay, you mentioned Diggs, and I forgot it was against Minnesota. And I feel like Minnesota's wins have been low-key trappy. So I think Minnesota's going to take the L on this one finally.
Also like Diggs getting one over on his old team.
Yeah, Texans, bro. CJ Stroud's been hot, bro.
Okay, I'm going to pick the Vikings. They're at home. They got Aaron Jones. I want to see the Texans stop the run. They have a good defense, but you guys, I just think that Sam Darnold can get it done. This is a good spot for Texas, though. I'm not going to lie. This is a good spot for Houston because the Vikings going 3-0 just seems pretty weird. So that's the only thing that's making me feel a little bit of trepidation. But I'm going to go with the Vikings. I'm going to go with Aaron Jones to have 100-plus yards and get it done on the Houston Texans defense.
And you said that game was in Minnesota, too?
Yes, sir. They're at home.
Stephon Diggs is returning to Minnesota.
Yep. Ain't going to get the ball. Nico Collins.
Bet the over.
Yeah, bet the over for sure. It's over 45. I'm betting that.
Definitely.
But you guys better bet it responsibly.
Yes. Yes, I have to.
Eagles versus Saints in New Orleans. This is easy for me, man. I'm going to go with Mr. Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints. I don't like what I've been seeing out of Philadelphia. If they don't have A.J. Brown back, I don't see how they're going to get enough offense against this defense. The Saints defense is for real. And Alvin Kamara is for real. And the Eagles defense doesn't look like they're for real. So I'm going to go with the Saints until they come back down to earth. I'm going to ride that magical train with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was honestly real surprised you took the Saints, man. Really, but I'm going to go with the Saints as well. I mean, the offense has looked really impressive. Didn't they hire a coach from San Francisco, like their last offensive coordinator?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, but their offense is looking real good. Their defensive looked outstanding against Dallas. Yeah, I'll go with the Saints on this one.
Well, I'm going to make it a clean sweep. I mean,
wow.
First two weeks, the Saints have looked absolutely phenomenal. Derek Carr is the comeback player of the year right now for, I would think, just about anybody. They are playing absolutely phenomenal. Kamara's rejuvenated. He looks like the old Kamara. And until the Eagles show me something, I just don't trust them.
Yeah,
so I'm going with the Saints.
Eagles are very sus right now, especially how they ended last season.
Yeah, I mean it's a good bounce back spot for the Eagles, but I couldn't find a way to get there. So yeah, I had to go with the Saints. Next one is in Tampa Bay for the Buccaneers versus the Broncos. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay at home. Baker Mayfield's been baking them all up this year. I don't see it. Bo Nix got me into this predicament where I'm not in the first place, so I'm not gonna stop trusting in Bo Nix. I'm gonna trust in Baker this time. What about you, Frankie?
I mean, I like what the Broncos are doing defensively so far this year, but offensively, it's still been a struggle getting anything to go, going. I like Bo Nix as their guy going forward, but I just don't see Denver winning this one. It's going to be really hard for them. They're going to be playing up the hill the entire game.
Sean Payton, are you wishing that you chose the Arizona job? It's not looking great for you. Yeah, Denver has not looked great. I mean, Bo Nix is not in a great spot right now. I mean, he's a great player and all that. Yeah, it's going to be a sweep on this one.
Okay, Tampa Bay for the win. This next one's weird. I don't know who's playing quarterback for the Packers, but the Green Bay Packers are headed to Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans.
I think it's Malik Willis.
It is Willis. It's Malik Willis. Damn. This is tough because I don't really trust Malik Willis yet. And I don't really trust Will Levis yet either. You know what? I'm just gonna back the more experienced guy, which is Will Levis, which will probably be the only time he'll be able to say this. He's more experienced than his opponent. I'm gonna go with the Titans at home. They're at home. They got ways to win. So I'm gonna go with the Titans. Dylan?
Who are they playing again? The Titans?
Green Bay Packers.
The Packers? Oh, I don't really like the matchup here. It's a coin toss for me. I mean, just to avoid another sweep, just because I don't really like the matchup, I'll go with Green Bay.
Honestly, like, I think Green Bay gets it done. They're going to ride Jacobs all the way. Malik's, going to take care of the ball. He's going to get his passes in, and Green Bay is going to win a tight game 2017.
Okay. This next one is the toilet bowl. The Giants versus the Browns.
That's even worse for me.
And they're in Cleveland.
Gosh.
I'm going to go with Cleveland at home. When the both teams suck, I usually just take the home team. I don't know if Deshaun Watson the starter still?
Yep.
Oh God. Okay.
He didn't look terrible last week.
Last game, yeah. I mean, neither did Daniel Jones though. Neither did Daniel Jones.
Oh.
I would probably take the under in this game. I like that more than the side. Yeah, but at least Cleveland is 1-1, and the Giants are 0-2. I just can't pick the Giants. I'm gonna go with Cleveland, man. What about you, Frankie?
Shoot, I mean, I have absolutely no trust in Daniel Jones. I love some of the weapons that are around him. Neighbors is going to be an absolute stud. I even like freaking their tailback right now. But you can't trust Daniel Jones. And honestly, last week Deshaun Watson played competent football. As long as guys and they have guys on defense that are going to get it done all day. I'm taking Cleveland.
Giants screwed us with our dog pick last week. The Browns saved me from going one of two teams that saved me from going 500 with my week 2 picks. The Giants have not looked good at all. They had several chances to win the game and help us cash a little bit. I'm going with the Browns on this one.
All right. We got the Browns all the way around. Then this next one's an Indy. The Colts take on the Bears and Caleb Williams. Man, Caleb Williams just looked like ass. The straight up ass cheeks. Like, what's going on? Anthony Richardson's been up and down like a roller coaster. I hate this matchup. I don't want to choose either team. They both are going to lose. Bears are cold. The Bears' defense is insane. So I'm going to roll with the Bears. Hopefully Caleb gets first game over 175 yards or whatever the number is he can't break. But, yeah, don't like this game at all. I'm picking this game with the gun in my head. The Bears. What about you, Nina?
I think Caleb still keeps struggling. And I think it's going to be that game where Richardson has a pretty decent game against that offense, and it's going to be on Jonathan Taylor, really. I'm going to lean the Colts on that one. Only because of Richardson's performance over Caleb's. So
Let me start with this. As you mentioned, absolutely love Chicago's defense. They get it done. They are nails to the football every single time. But my trust in Caleb Williams this week, I traded DJ Moore for Tyreek Hill. That's how my trust in that offense has gone so far.
Wow.
So
who gave you Tyreek Hill?
Some guy in my fantasy league offered me Tyreek Hill for DJ Moore, and given the struggles, I was like, let's go for it. But no, I don't like Chicago at all in this game.
Yeah, okay.
That's a gamble, man. Not having two. Let's see how it works out.
Okay, so I don't even need to say this next game. We got the Las Vegas Raiders against the Carolina Panthers. Give me the Raiders.
Raiders.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ha. But let me tell you something. Andy Dalton is going to lead the Carolina Panthers to a victory. Yes, you heard it here first. Andy Dalton is going to have a field day with Leggett and Thielen, and they're going to win.
Oh, my God.
Lock it. Give me the red rocket.
Right? He's so happy right now and smiling.
He's happier than Andy Dalton is.
But watch it be like 39-10 again.
Bro, they're gonna get slaughtered.
I was about to
Young.
say before Frankie's pick, is it safe to say they're going 0-16 for the rest of our picks? Like,
oh no,
but not anymore.
they got Andy Dalton now, man.
Dude, the
Andy
red
Dalton
rocket.
I could see it though. Andy Dalton could get some weird win over the Raiders. The Raiders aren't that good. They beat the Ravens though, so there's that.
Maybe if they sign AJ Green or something and come out of retirement, it might help.
Right?
I don't know.
Ravens squad together.
Anything that helps the Panthers, bro.
This next game is a brain boggle. Oh, I know why you traded you Tyreek Hill now. That's a stupid move still. Dolphins go to Seattle to play the Seahawks, speaking of Tyreek. Skylar Thompson's going to be the quarterback for this one. Throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill and that's a weird. We can finally see if he's good or not. But
the Dolphins
I remember a Skylar Thompson game.
Heavily on the run game.
Yeah, they're gonna have to run, but you can run on Seattle. But I think Seattle's a good enough team all around to get a win here against the Dolphins first week without Tua. Maybe Tyreek goes off, but I still think the Seattle Seahawks win. What about you, Frankie?
Well, I don't have 100% faith in Skylar Thompson, but I know he is the next man up. He is comfortable in that offense. I know the guys around him have belief in him. And I absolutely do not want to pick Seattle. As decent as Geno Smith's look, their defenses look all right. They've gotten some tough wins. I just think the Dolphins find a way to get it done. Mostert and Akane are going to run all over Seattle. And I feel like each back's going to have at least 60, 70 yards. And Skylar Thompson's going to take care of the ball. Dolphins 24-17.
Skylar is a liar, bro. He ain't it. So, I mean, I hate to go with Seattle too, but I hate Seattle. They shouldn't be 3-0. Damn it.
That's why I'm going again.
I know, Seattle.
This next game is weird. Kind of like battle of the good teams that should be better. Ravens go into Dallas to face the Dallas Cowboys.
That's going to be
a get-right spot for both teams. A hard-ass game to decide.
What's the over-under, if you don't mind me asking?
48.5. I'm taking the under on that.
That's a private sub.
Right. Probably a private sub.
Yeah.
So, I would say, for me, personally, this game is hard, man. This game is hard. I'm biased towards the Ravens, so that's what I'm going to lean. I'm going to lean Lamar Jackson over the shiny toys. But they're in Jerry World. Oh. Damn. All right.
This game is hard.
I'm going to go Ravens.
Is this game of the week on Fox?
I don't know. I'm on ESPN right now.
I was just curious.
I mean, if it's not game of the week, shame on them, right?
I'll tell you what, though. At the end of this week, somebody's should have been really good season is going to be in the toilet. It's either going to be Dallas's or it's going to be Baltimore's. But I'm going Baltimore simply because of the fact it's like Derrick Henry is going to get rolling. You saw Zay Flowers pop off last week, and Lamar's not going to let them go down 1-2. And I am not going to listen to another 6 weeks of we them boys because you are not them boys and have not been them boys since the 90s.
I hate to say this. I don't think the NFL officials nor Vegas is going to let Dallas lose this one. And I think, Ravens are going to, I have more faith in the Ravens catching up than Dallas being at 1-2. You feel me?
The Ravens are already 0-2. They haven't won.
Oh shit, they're already 0-2? Fuck. I thought they
lost.
Oh, they barely lost, huh? They barely lost.
By a field goal to the Chiefs and
the dude, that's crazy. Damn, bro. I thought they were 1-2. That's my bad.
That's why I'm choosing.
They need to win.
They need to win.
I don't think the rest are gonna let Dallas lose, bro. I'm going Dallas.
That. Okay, Dallas Cowboys for Dylan. Yeah, we got our favorite game: Lions versus Cardinals next in Arizona.
Now here's your game of the week. Here's your game of the week.
That's our game of the week. That's our game of the week. Hell yeah.
That should be America's game of the week.
52.5.
Goff and Murray gonna put on a field day.
These teams are both 1-1. Detroit is Detroit missing any offensive weapons?
No.
Who's they have? Laporta, Amon-Ra, Gibbs, Montgomery,
Jameson Williams.
We match up really well with this team actually. Their defense is really good though. Or was
supposed to talking about Aiden Hutchinson earlier. The key is blocking that man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%. Did you guys see how freely he was able to push around Tampa's O-line the entire game?
You know what? This is a game I think we lose. I hate to say it.
You're gonna be the guy this week?
I'm gonna be the guy because
y'all hated on me week 1.
Everything is going too well now, you know, and leave it to the Cardinals, you know. In my heart, I think the Cardinals are gonna win. I'm gonna be real, but I'm doing this for the sake of my record. Back-to-back home wins. I want Kyler Murray to prove me wrong. Yeah, back-to-back home wins would be nice, but I think I want to pick the Cardinals so fucking bad, dude. Oh man, I want to pick the Cardinals so bad. I'm like almost bursting the vein. I'm like, no, don't pick Detroit. Don't pick the damn Lions.
Who's next on this one? Me or Frankie with this cards pick?
Shit. You already talking. Go ahead, bro.
All right. So week 1, I went with Buffalo and I was right. Week 2, I went with Cards and I was right. Very right, actually. Very unexpectedly. It was Lions are a different breed, though. Because I'm 2 games ahead of Damien and Frankie, and I feel like Frankie's going to go Cardinals. I'm not trying to speak for him. I'll go Cardinals this week, just because how Kyler Murray played this week. I'm going to put trust into it and see if they can do it again this week. Don't let me down.
As we've talked before, the key, this game is going to come down to how we can stop Aiden Hutchinson at the line of scrimmage. If he has his way with us, it's going to be a long day. But if we can at least keep him and give Kyler some time to roll out or find, I think we got a good shot. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to come down to which team or which guy in the secondary makes the big play. I think it's going to be 34-30 Cardinals. Last minute Kyler Murray drive down the field.
I'm at least a game ahead of y'all between that game. Yes.
I want to. I'm picking the Cardinals. I'm just kidding. I can't go back on my pick. I want to pick.
Oh, and not to mention, my motherfucking ass lives in the middle of Michigan, so I'm surrounded by all these people, and I'm outnumbered. So I'm going Cards all day.
Call AARP now.
I want to go to the next game because I feel so horrible for flipping on the Cards on that last pick. And my heart, I'm going to be picking the Cardinals to win. So, and I'm going to be putting money, more importantly, on the Cardinals to win. We got 49ers and Rams. Man, the Rams just look so bad, and they're going to be in SoFi, which doesn't matter because they're both California teams. So you can drive 3 hours up to San Francisco or something, however long it is. I don't know. I don't live in California, but. The Rams are 0-2, and I think they're going to go 0-3 here at home to the 49ers. Brock Purdy can't afford to lose back-to-back like that. What about you, Frankie?
Oh, this one's tough. I mean, you obviously know the 49ers are out CMC and Deebo Samuel. You still got guys like Trey Mason, Brandon Ayuk, who has been missing in action since he signed his contract. So I don't know where he's been, but honestly, as much as I know San Francisco is going to be ready and they do have the talent to wipe the floor with this team, I think Matt Stafford has too much pride. He's going to rally the troops that are left. They're going to squeeze out a 22-17 win. because the 49ers offense is just in disarray right now.
Wow.
Yeah, both offenses are in disarray. It's like, who's Matthew Stafford going to throw to? Cooper Kupp is hurt. Puka is out. Like, he has nobody to throw to.
Denard Robinson, he's going to have to rely on Kyron in the backfield.
They are shifting around their offensive line, man. The 49ers still have their front seven. But when it comes to the mid and back end and their corners and secondary, where the hell are you guys? Where are they? And they're, like you said, they're without Debo, C-Mac. I mean, like I was explaining about the Rams offense, man. I feel like that front seven is going to cause problems for Stafford. So I'm going to go with Niners.
Yeah, the defense is going to be too much for the Rams, dude. I just think, like, yeah, the Niners are missing some offensive weapons, but they're not missing no defensive people. But yeah, it's okay. I really hope that the Rams can get it together. I really don't. I don't care about the Rams. We got the Falcons, though. They're ready to pull up another upset. They got the Kansas City Chiefs coming into Atlanta for the Sunday night game.
Against the Chiefs?
Yeah, versus Patrick Mahomes. Dylan Realta Sr. Yeah, I'm gonna go with KC. Easy for me to, the Isaiah Pacheco situation kind of worries me. Not gonna lie.
100%. They did sign Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
they did.
But look for Perrine to have a lot of.
Yeah, Samaje Perine. Yeah. So for that game, it'll just come down to if the Chiefs are rattled without Pacheco, and if they can get the ball slanging down, because they still got Xavier Worthy, fucking speed dashing. Hollywood's out for the year, so I think I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. Make a long story short, I'm gonna go with Kansas City. What about you, Dylan?
It's really, really hard to bet against Mahomes and also the sixth man and the refs. Without explanation. Yeah, Chiefs.
See, I don't know. I don't think so. Obviously, Kansas City is 2-0, but they are a squeaky wheel 2-0.
Yes.
They have not played complete football. They've looked bad at times. They've looked great at times, but they have not played a complete 4 quarters, in my opinion. So I've never been more excited to say Kirko Chains in my life. I think the Falcons are onto something. Kirk Cousins is going to, spread the ball around. Bijan is going to have a field day on KC's defense. And I think the Falcons, just like I did this last week in Philly, they're going to pull off the upset.
Nice. I hope you're right. We got 2 Monday night games this week, which is very weird, but it's real. It's happening. The first Monday night game we got is a 4:30 game. Jaguars go to Buffalo to get slaughtered by the Bills. I'm gonna take Buffalo. Jags have been looking like a hot disaster. Bills have been looking better each week. I'm gonna go with the Bills. Frankie?
I mean, you kind of nailed it right on the head. The Bills are an oiled machine. McDermott, as long as he's the head coach, the Bills are going to be in the AFC picture no matter what. This game, Jaguars, as always, start out the season, a lot of hype. Absolutely disappointing so far, and it's only going to get worse. They're going to drop to 0-3.
Yeah, I mean, the defense has looked really great for the Bills, surprisingly. Josh Allen, like you were saying, like well-oiled machine, finds a way to get it done with his legs and his rocket launcher arm, whatever you want to call it, go-go gadget. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the Bills on this one.
Okay. Last game of the week, Monday night game. Commanders go to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. This is a get-right spot for the Bengals. This is a get-right spot that I'm going to honor. I think Jamar Chase and the Bengals make amends. You know, Joey Cool finally plays like himself, and Zach Moss is the Commanders in a very, very close, high-scoring game. I take the Bengals to win at home. Dylan, what do you think?
I feel like, who wants it the most? I don't know, man. It's a tough one for me. I feel like the Bengals, even though it's not my most favorite pick on the Bengals this time, man.
Me either.
It's not, man. I feel like it's just going to come down to that last thought on defense with a high-scoring game. Bengals, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like this is definitely not the same Cincinnati team. I don't know, what's been going on. Obviously, you got Burrow coming back. Chase is having his contract dispute. I don't know if Zach Taylor's lost this team. I don't think it's gotten to that point yet, but they are a very disappointing team so far. And Jaden Daniels and the Commanders have actually looked pretty solid offensively, and he has Zach Ertz. It's a big security blanket. So Washington's going to stay in the game, but this is a game that Cincy will get and that they have to get if they want any, chance of getting back into the picture.
Yeah, if they lose this game, it'll be pretty ridiculous. And that's the full slate, though.
And my throne is not going to be taken, boys. First place for 2 weeks straight.
Only 2 weeks, Dylan. Relax. I will search past you in an instant, boy. These picks are hot this week. Blazing.
What do you got to say about the Dbacks there, Mr. Baseball?
The Dbacks? Man, oh man, is it going to come down to the wire with these boys?
Dude, our pitching is like a beach ball still.
And the Padres look like they're going to get away with that wild card 1 spot. And yeah, because there are 2.5 games ahead of us now. And Atlanta is actually no, wait. I wrote this down. No, it's the Mets, actually. The Mets. Sorry, y'all. The Mets are actually a game behind us. They're catching up, y'all. The Mets are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not worried about the Mets.
I'm worried about our pitching. I'm not worried about our offense. We can score with anybody in the league, but the problem is we're scoring 8-9 runs a game and we're giving up 10 and 11.
But Atlanta's only a game behind that 3rd spot, though. It's that tight, though, between the 2nd, 3rd spot. And Atlanta's just right behind. Anybody can take that 2nd, 3rd spot anytime.
No, they can't. You know why they can't take it?
And the way our pitching has performed, no bueno. It's making me nervous a little bit.
No, we have a 6.08 ERA in our last 10 games.
That's crazy bad.
And not to mention, we have
Montgomery on the mound tonight, so that could go either or.
Yeah, and like we have 11 games left. 11 games left, bro. So we have two left against Colorado, which I don't know how we lost that game 2-1, such a low scoring game. 3 against Milwaukee, and then the rest are home. 3 San Francisco, and we finish it off with San Diego.
The home games are going to be key.
But when it comes to San Diego, though, they're a little bit tougher. So they're dealing with Houston right now, while we're dealing with Colorado. They got 2 left against Houston. So we could catch up, varying if we handle Colorado as we should, and Houston handles their shit.
But we have to play San Diego in the playoffs?
We have to play San Diego the last 3 games at home.
What about the playoffs?
I think we would get them in the first set.
Oh, you're talking about the playoffs started?
Mm-hmm.
1 second. I can see. I sent it in the chat.
Because I think we would.
So the playoffs started
today.
Yeah. So if the playoffs started today, we'd be the 5th seed, and San Diego would be the 4th seed.
Oh,
I would hate that.
So right now, this is how it's set up. If y'all can picture this in your head, the NLDS right now, the Dodgers would face the winner of the Mets or the Brewers, and then the Phillies would face the winner of the Dbacks and the Padres. And then if you guys care about the AL side, the winner of the Indian or the not what the hell, the Astros and the Twins would face the Guardians, and then the winner of the Royals and the O's would face the Yankees. So that's how it's shaping out right now. If it ended today with 11 games left, roughly, for these teams.
Wow. We could win the World Series. About 17.
But San Diego has a rough stretch, but they get a little break with the White Sox.
The White Sox have been hot lately. I mean, I know they're still the White Sox.
The Braves though. But here's the thing about the Braves though. They also have 11 games left, but get this. They have 3 against Cincinnati, 3 against Miami, and 3 against the Royals.
See, I think Cincinnati could sneak a couple on them, and Kansas City has been playing really good baseball this year.
Mm-hmm. And they also have 2 against the Mets, so them and the Mets are going at it with each other 2 games.
So as long as everybody beats up on each other.
And like the only team I left out, like the Mets, like they got 2 against the Nats, 4 against the Phillies, 2 against the Braves, and 3 against Milwaukee. So like it's gonna be very, very tight against the 4 teams with 11 games left. Like
the Mets schedule is brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but the Braves though, man, it's so crazy. Like they got it so easy. I'm nervous about the Braves.
You know what I'm upset about? The fact that Dan Hazen wasn't able to get freaking Chris Sale before Atlanta did.
Yeah, they're going to be using Chris Sale a lot, I feel like, these next couple of weeks to save their asses, to get in the wild card.
Dude, he's their best weapon, in my opinion.
Wear him down before the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely.
All we need to do is get Zach Gallen firing on all cylinders again. Get Montgomery back in starting shape.
Well, shoot, too bad Suarez couldn't pitch. The way he's batting, he's like the hottest hitter in baseball.
That's crazy, man. They're always on our team.
Did you hear him in being mentioned in the same light as Babe Ruth with how he's been playing since July? He's the only player since Babe Ruth to have 4 games where he has at least 4 hits and 5 RBIs after the All-Star break.
Damn. I don't understand how nobody's doing that. It doesn't seem like a lot.
And it's just like he has 64 hits, 18 home runs, and 47 runs in since All-Star break.
That's crazy, dude.
Like that's unheard of. Like that is like video game. The minute he steps into the box, you know it's gonna be in play.
This Diamondback team has so many good hitters, man. We have so good bats on this team. It's crazy how much records and stuff we're touching and breaking, and it makes me feel good about the direction of the team as a whole.
Right.
I just don't know how the pitching can turn around, man, especially the bullpen.
I was gonna say we have something special this year. Like if we do make the postseason, it'll only be the second time in team history that we've made the postseason in consecutive seasons. The only other time we did that was in 2001 and 2002.
Yeah, but that bullpen, dude, makes my stomach hurt. Our bullpen is so bad.
And just reading those schedules, dude, and like just how the opponents they play and all that, and just how it plays out makes me very, very nervous.
Good. When we're nervous, we do well.
It's just like it's just wins no matter, like must have wins. There's no losses at this point. Like I feel like.
Hey, you know what? Everything started all last year. We got the answer backs and Snakes Alive going. So all we got to do is keep that running. You know, have the belief, and I think these guys can. As long as we can get a couple innings where guys don't score, I think the bats can at least pick up the slack.
Yeah, I think they're a team that thrives under chaos and pressure. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. But yeah, like I said, we got Monty on the bump tonight, so hopefully he can lock it down, show us a little something to weigh, why we're paying him $25 million.
We won't lose the call back to back.
Let's pray on that one. He's meant to stay in the bullpen, in my opinion.
You got any dogs this week, Dylan?
Nah. I'll post a reel on it though. So
yeah, I'm gonna do a reel.
Everybody can keep an eye on that though. I haven't looked into it yet on FanDuel and all that.
Right on.
Expected by like sometime tomorrow or 2 days latest.
Well, you got something, Frankie, for yours?
I did, but it would transition after we get done with the college segment.
Okay. But you guys want to talk about college? Speaking of the college segment?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's just start with ASU because the Tucson kids are kind of pissing me off right now.
Oh, well, you're not going to get any more happy listening to us.
Hey. Why do you want to get started on Tempe, Frankie?
I don't want to talk about it, Dylan. Oh, wait, but everybody knows. Everybody knows we had a national game on Fox. 20th in the country, scored the opening touchdown. Everything looked great. And then they proceeded to run it down our throats. Avery Johnson absolutely ran all over us. And not only that, but they had, like, anybody they handed the ball to was just cutting up our defense.
Also, fraudulent defense.
Crazy. Well, it's a party in Tempe over here, right, Damien?
Woo!
Celebration. I'm kidding.
I mean, you guys are 3-0. You guys are 3-0.
Yeah, we barely defeated Texas State 31-28 on the road. But we got the job done on the road.
But to be fair, Jordan McLeod for Texas State is a really damn good quarterback.
He is. Yeah. I did not know or think so of that. So,
and ironically, he played for Arizona and then ended up at Texas State.
But our next opponent, though, Texas Tech, though, is no easier task. So that's going to be a tougher task, especially on another road game back to back like that. Crazy.
And it's just funny. It's just funny because ever since Mike Leach has been, connected to Texas Tech, they've always scored 40-plus points a game. It doesn't matter whether he's there or not. The tradition has just continued that high-power offenses flow through Texas Tech.
He spreads his guys everywhere, dude. It's insane. He knows. I've seen a couple Texas Tech games. He knows how to stretch those defenses out. That yards after catch and all that, bro, is insane. So them corners for ASU need to get ready for this game.
Absolutely, because Tech is averaging 45 points a game. The only thing is they're also giving up about 37.
Yeah, and speaking of the high power offense, I like to talk about not having them off the field with us having Scatterbo. We've been feeding Cam Scatterbo a lot lately, dude. And it's been a really good transfer. He came from Sacramento.
No
transfer
kidding.
out of Sacramento State. Yeah, man. So even from a no-name school like that, they go to ASU and like giving him the ball literally damn near 20-25 times a game. And Sam Niviot looked better. He did turn the ball. It was his first turnover though.
Hold on.
Niviot.
What? Did I butcher the name? What the fuck is it? Levitt. Shit. Whoops. Yeah, Levitt.
Leviosa.
I'm tired though. Freaking, he turned the ball over once. He looked better, but then again, I don't know. I feel like that from what it's looking like the first two games, I feel like this offense is all on Cam Scatterbo. It's not really on Levitt.
I mean, hey, when you got somebody like Scatterbo that can pound the ball into the end zone, averages, he's got 5 touchdowns in 3 games.
That's just crazy, man.
It is insane. So, like, I guess feed him and kill clock, but you got to make sure it turns into points, though. So I feel like this game, though, I feel like a lot of people are saying, like, it's going to be a high-scoring game, but honestly, for ASU to win this game, I feel like they're going to have to just take their time on the field, man. Give their defense a rest. Keep them rested. Don't just go 3 and out, man. You got to get them first downs, kill clock, and turn them into tutties, man. That's what they got to do to win this game, I feel like. They got to take it slower.
Yeah, I think
they got to play smarter, in my opinion.
I think it's so cool to see ASU punching up there with the big boys like Texas Tech and Texas State and stuff like that, because Texas football is really the standard for football in America,
mm-hmm.
Outside of the NFL.
100%. Like even the smaller conference Texas schools still get really good football players just because Texas itself is a state football factory.
Yeah, it really is. They care about football so much in Texas. So I would love to see us go in there and beat them, punch them right in the mouth.
Luckily for us, we have a bye week.
Yeah, you guys need a bye week.
You guys need more time to. You guys need more time to think about yourselves in the Hall of Shame.
Yeah,
I look at it this way though: we still have talent, and I look, Jed Fish, kind of had a rough go at it at first, but we got a couple weeks to get things figured out. The only thing that sucks is when we get back from the bye week, we have Utah. So,
yeah, ouch. That is ouch, bro. I don't know if you guys better hope Rising's not playing because that defense is tough.
100%. Whittingham always has Utah as a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm surprised they've been able to keep him down there as long as they've had, because I bet other programs have been trying to hire him for years.
Yeah, probably. I would pretty fast though. I mean, you guys got him though.
But man, hopefully things get better for the U of A. Also, NAU's looking pretty solid this year. They had another, big win last week, and then they have another game this week. They're playing Incarnate Word, so I think by the end of the week, NAU's got a really good shot of being 2-1.
Who? Are they gonna play in Flagstaff this weekend? Like,
I think it's in Flag. But yeah, they got a really good football team up in Flagstaff this year. So I think if people want to, they want to get a little ways from the norm of Tempe and Tucson, go watch some football in Flagstaff right now. It's trending in the right direction.
I love me some Flagstaff, man, any time of the year.
Yeah.
And that does bring me to what I did put together for my segment, the Frankly Outrageous. And as we all know, the Frankly Outrageous on the dog side is the absolute toilet that the U of A put on the field against Kansas State. Don't know exactly what that was. Brandon and staff definitely need to figure out what they have going into the Utah game, because they are absolutely going to be flattened if they're not ready to go. And then, of course, my Frankly Outrageous winner of the week is, we talked about him earlier in the Dbacks segment, Suarez. Absolutely unheard of stats lately, hitting the cover off the ball. If only he could pitch for us. He's been doing it all. Not bad for a guy that was kind of almost voted off the island mid-season because he was slumping, but wouldn't want him on any other team but with us right now. Great to have Suarez. Happy he's having a great year.
Me too.
Right on, man. Right on.
Eugenio Crabs. I always have love for that boy.
Good guy, Gino.
Great analysis, man. I love that. And also, next week is going to be awesome for the Cardinals and the defense. Big shout out to Dennis Gardeck, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Dennis the Menace.
Also, quick shout out and letting everybody know that I will be on the Flagrant Foul Fantasy Show this upcoming Monday, September 23rd. Just to talk with my boy from college, Braden. Gonna talk some Cardinals, gonna talk some Dbacks and Suns. Also getting a little press for our show here. So if you haven't yet, give us a like, give him a look too. He's on YouTube as well. That's the Flagrant Foul Fantasy Show. And that's all I got for you guys.
Okay, and you already know we have to do this each and every time. Please like this video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. That's the most important thing. Please subscribe to the channel. You'll be entered into the giveaway. I don't know how many times we have to say this, but it's a good giveaway. It's beneficial to you. Also, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, all that good stuff. It's in the description below. Do not skip it. Do not miss it, because we're going to be consistent and giving you what you need, baby, and that's that Arizona sports for your ass.
Last thing I got, speaking of that giveaway, let's get that to that 75 by Sunday, week 3. I have a GameStop 5 minutes for me. I'll drive to, man. Go up there. Hey, give me a code for wherever Xbox, PS5, man. Whatever you tell me what you want, let me know. I'll get that code for it. 5 minutes from my house. super quick. Let's get it done. Let's get it rolling.
Get that sub.
So let's go.
And I think what we should do when we pick the winner, we should pick the winner on a live stream from our YouTube.
Yes.
So they have to be on the YouTube for the live stream.
Love it.
And if you're not on there, we're going to spin again and choose somebody that's in attendance. No, I'm just kidding. We'll get in touch with you.
We always vibing on here.
We get 50 subs on YouTube, we can go live. You guys won't have to wait the next day to listen to us. You guys have been listening. So at least we get 50, not 75 yet. We can go live. So
right, that would be awesome. We could start.
It would be awesome. That's what we've been hoping too. So
hey, either way, we love everybody who has supported us so far. Definitely appreciate all the listeners. Keep them coming. We are not going to be going away anytime soon.
Appreciate y'all.